You are looking live. Welcome to the Trading Desk. My name is Rob Helmick, and today I'm going to be talking to you about AI robot trades and the 0dte SPX. My wife and I trade over 30,000. Looks like we're going to trade around 40,000 0dte SPX this year. We trade entirely with AI. We trade entirely with robots. I'm going to show you exactly where we are with those trades. If you can believe this, I gave about 125 days ago, about 6 months ago, I gave AI $1 million, real money, my money, to trade 0dte SPX. That's right. I gave AI robot $1 million to trade 0dte SPX. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it, how the robot does it. I'm going to show you the trades we're going to put on today, about 125, 150 trades today. I'm going to show you the exact trades we're going to put on tomorrow. I'm going to show you the trades we're going to put on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you stick with me until 4:05, you're also going to find out that in the chat room, a safe space here, we're going to let you decide if I, at 1551, if I sell a put credit spread for $600 live, or I'm going to sell a call credit spread if you tell me to for $600 live, or I'm going to sell both of them for a total of $1,200 live. And by the way, the chat room is 12 and 5 right now, and I think we were up 5,400. I forget how much we won on Friday. I think we won $400 or $500. So whatever it was, it might put us over $6,000. And I got to figure out a way to get that back to some of you folks because you've been doing great for me. All right. So first of all, let's take a quick look at where we are in the market. Trump was speaking today. Everybody and their mother said, Rob, do not trade today. It's going to go up and down, and you're going to get killed if you're doing multiple entry iron condors, or you're going to be killed if you're doing exponential moving averages. And that just was not the case. Remember, it's AI trading, 0dte SPX with a robot. And if you have no real system that you trade, I've got one for you. If you do not trust yourself, I'm going to show you how to get trust. If you don't feel in control, I'm going to show you how to be in control when it comes to trading. If you're not having fun trading, I'm going to show you how this can be so much fun. Today, I went swimming and surfing most of the day and still did 150 trades, right? If you force trades, or if you enter too early or too late, if you trade emotionally, if you do not understand all the risks, I'm going to explain all of that to you. And I do this Monday through Friday, every single day at 3:25. And then Sunday at 5:50, I give you all my trades for the week, right? If you're breaking your own rules, if you're hard to get consistency, you're not consistent. If you feel stupid after not getting into a trade or getting out too early, let me show you exactly how we can get around all those problems. First thing we're going to do, let's take a look and see where the robot is today in real time. And by the way, I run two robots. This is the $1 million robot. Look at that. Up 40. Okay, first of all, don't get too excited. You take the 46,000, but you got to take out the 21,000, right? So it's only up for 25,000 bucks ish. I have a hard time with math because I went to a public school. So I got people in the chat room that went to a private school, and they can tell me who is in the chat room today. Very safe space. You have any questions, ask them there. I talk fast. I go fast. You might need to go back and rewind it to find out exactly what I said, but I'll try and answer all your questions. And my wife, Maria, ought to be in there too. Maria and I have traded every single day for 2,100 days. When we started trading options, we traded stocks for years, 25 years or more. But when we started trading options in 2020, she put in $1.8 million in her account from some house flips that she'd done, and she made $4 million profit in the first 12 months. So she is, and that was before back testing. She figured out a way to do it. She's a former banker, really smart, much better trader than me, by the way. If you get a chance to follow her trades, you'd be better off doing that than following me. All right, we've got Lewis in there. Let's see here. We've got Time Decay in there saying afternoon. We got Eric Burke in there. We got, I said, Mario, Eric, Butch Barnum is in there. Time Decay, Monkey See, Monkey Do. Look at that. Here we go. Lewis is in there, and Jim Chapin is in there. And I know we got more. Please be sure and get your votes in. You only get to vote once. Make me spend $1,200 on a PCS and a CCS, or make me do a $600 PCS or a $600 PCS at, I'm gonna turn off the, the poll at 49 minutes after the hour. So in 20 minutes from now, and then we'll trade it at 1551. First time in, look at that. Say hello. Will everyone please say hello to Dobra? I don't know how to say that. Can I add chat page when watching on catch up? Yeah, I think it is on there. I will try and figure out how to do it. You know what would be great is I need to get one of my 16-year-old kids or whatever to come in here and help me with this kind of stuff. But everyone say hello to Dobra Vesky. Hello, Dobra. Dobra, one of the things we have in here is we like to ask whether or not you're winning or losing today. If you're winning, post a W. If you're losing today, just put down WW. That means you're waiting. You're waiting on the world, because the way that the stock market works is it takes money from the inpatient and gives it to the patient, and you get to choose what you're going to be. So if you're down today, just be patient. It will come back. It always does. As long as you follow, if you're doing what I'm doing, you're going to go from patient. You're going to go from being an impatient trader to a patient trader, because you know the numbers are on your side. I am a mathematician at heart. I was an attorney. I did start an internet company that got pretty big and sold it for a ridiculous amount of money and retired at age 42. And that's when Maria and I started trading full time. And that was about 28 years ago. So I started at my grandfather's knee. He was a physicist and a mathematician, as was my grandmother. And all we did was mathematics. We played a lot of blackjack at the mathematical games. And then we used to do pi and work on numbers. I knew my phone number is square root of 2 at age 10 and that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. But it's always been numbers for me. It's all that I've ever done, other than when I started I started the first online education company, which eventually was sold to Pearson, but that's neither here nor there. But it was all just a numbers game. That's to me. It's all just been numbers. All right, so let's get back. Let's take a look at okay, so we're doing great in this account. And then let's look at the small account. I also have a $30,000 account that I started. $30,000 account is up, like $300-400 today. Notice that it's not doing too shabby today. And we'll just go back to the other one here just real quickly. Okay, now let me tell you a little bit about, let's take a quick look at the market. Here is my actual personal account. These are the trades that I have on right now. You can see, yes, it is correct. A lot of people say, well, wait a minute, you don't have that many. You don't have 5 contracts at 64.85. Yeah, I do. And I got 8 here, and I got 5 here, and I got 5 here, and I got 4 here, I got 4 here, I got 5 here. I got 14, 4, 5, 13, 10, and 4. I'll be trading about $1.5 million worth of SPX because this was $1 million account. It's actually up about 1.6 million right now. So I'll be trading about 1.6 million of these today. And then you can see all the call side. You get 4, 14, 16, 30. If you can't read these, 14, 9, 8, 10, 5, 4. So those are all the shorts, right? And this is where we are, up about 45 grand for the SPX, and I'm up another 4. I only trade 2 things. The other one's called a Crazy Ivan, and if we have time, I'll go over those, and you can see where the Crazy Ivans are here right now. You know what? I don't want to close. I don't want to close that. I think I'm gonna ride this Trump thing out. So we're up about. Well, no, we're only up 8,700 today on those. Okay, very good. So let me take a quick look. See, these are every Sunday, this is what I go through. So if you missed it yesterday, here's what it is, right? And the result is we're up $575,468 in 122 days. That's right. Someone said to me, oh, well, if you got 575 and you start $1 million, you're down. I said, okay, you know what? I'll put on there. The account balance is 1,575,000. This is real money. This is my money. I just said, AI, go trade this stuff in the SPX, and this is what it did. Okay, look at that little segment. 122 days. Yes, got it. Today is day 123. For those of you that went to the public school like me, we're making about $4,717 per day. Do we make that every day? No, that's the average, right? That's the average. We have 57% winning days. We've been profitable every single month. Our risk control, our max drawdown is 5.4%. My max, personally, I cannot handle more than 10. So that's one of the things I look at when I set the parameters in the robot, right? Our Sharpe ratio is 3.28. A lot of people say, what's the Sharpe ratio? It doesn't matter what it is. What's important is that you can see here the types of things that retail trading systems are here, and professional and the best hedge funds are there, and the quant funds are there, and that's what our level is, a quant fund. It is a mathematical trading system. Doesn't care about Trump. We traded today just like any other day. We don't care about FMOC except for when Powell's the chairman, then 8 times a year we don't trade. Other than that, we trade every single day, not short days, not holidays. But every single day, we don't care about CPI or BPI or NOP or earnings or any of that, because all we're doing is we're not investing. We're just taking a complete bet against the other person on the other side of our trade. That's all it is. We're selling them insurance. They're overpaying it, and they're willing to do it over and over and over again. And that's all we want to do. We want to take a little bit of cheese and snag it and move on. That's what we do every single day. Our longest losing streak was 5 days. That had to do with some unique situation there. And like I say, we're up 57% of the days. That means we lose 43% of the days, okay? So one thing I strongly, I cannot stress this enough, matter of fact, it requires a close-up, is you need to find a trading partner. I suggest your spouse. That's, first of all, if you're a man, women are by far superior traders to you. If you just educate your woman, friend, spouse, buddy, mom, grandma, daughter, whatever, educate them on trading, follow their advice. Women are gatherers, men are hunters. I know I'm not supposed to say that men and women are different. In my experience, they're extremely different. And the way that they operate is extremely different. You ever saw a woman watch sports? Very rarely, because they don't care about the score. Men focus all on the score. Women focus in on community, on the group effort succeeding, right? They're much more patient. And as I always say, the patient people will survive. And by the way, if you see these things above me, these are just some of the 500 videos that we put out since November, in the last 100 and so days. So let's go back to my Sunday show. Okay, so 59% of the trades we win. This is how I calculate the compound annual growth rate. It doesn't matter, but somebody asked me once. So this is one of my favorite slides. This is a small account, the $30,000. Notice how it's had a nice steady run, right? Nobody cares about these down days. Oh, everybody calls me, panic. They put it on the Discord. We have a great Discord, about 750 people in there. Great traders. If you have any questions, you can ask me in there. The best way to reach me, by the way, is just comment in any of our videos. Comment in any of our videos. It helps with the algorithm, and I will personally write back to you every single one. I have answered thousands of them, and I will continue to do that as long as I possibly can. So please comment in any of these videos, including this one. I'll be happy to contact you back directly and help you out in any way to make you a more successful trader. Now, here's the large account. As you can see, we're up $575,468. Notice something, and this is one I'm going to come back to. We're up we did 439 trades, 18,439. I want you to remember that, because people are going to constantly come to you and say, I heard about this trader, I heard about that trader. You're going to see on the internet, I heard about this trader or that trade. Remember, we've done 18,000 trades, all right? 18,000. You ask anyone else in the internet, tell me about your trading plan. They'll say, well, I've done it a whole bunch. How much? For a year, every single day. Well, there's 250 trading days in a year. If they did it every day for a year, that's 250 times. If they did it for 10 years every day, it's 2,500. And the market has changed, but let's assume it hasn't changed. It's still the same as it was 10 years ago. That's 2,500 trades. Remember, I have done 18,000 trades in 6 months. Not only that, every weekend, the AI robot backtests over 7 million trades. You heard me right, 7 million trades every single weekend to figure out what are the trades for this week, okay? One of the former heads of Tasty Trade, he used to say, don't tell anybody I watch your show, Rob. I watch it all the time. And I am flabbergasted that you do 7 million trades in one weekend. I traded on the floor for 30 years, and I never did 7 million trades. And I don't remember the trades I made yesterday. Your AI remembers all of them. And that's why we have a mathematical edge. It's not because we're any smarter than the other people. We just have more information. And we know how to manipulate that information to give us a mathematical edge. That's all this game is. This has nothing to do with investing. This just has selling premium to other people that need it. They need it for whatever reason. They need it, and we're willing to sell it to them, but we want to get paid for our risk. So we want to be paid more than what the mathematical risk is. It's just like what casinos do when it comes to the slot machines. A casino is going to pay out 97 cents for every dollar that goes in. They know they're going to get 3 cents back. Do they care when Trump is talking? No. Do they care is the weather's hot or cold? No. All they care about is they get as many people as possible in there to pull that slot machine and put in $1, and they're going to give 97 cents back, and they're going to keep 3 cents. You know what the real crooks are? The real crooks are the state lottery. Those people know the poorest people trade the lottery. It is the biggest ripoff. The poorest people trade the lottery, right? And the state is out there promoting hopes and dreams. How much does the state give back? 50 cents. 50 cents. So for every dollar that goes in, they only give back 50 cents. It's the biggest ripoff ever, right? It's the biggest ripoff ever. So at any rate, our deal is we are only getting 57%, right? 57% winners, 43% losers. So here's our monthly P&L, just so you get an idea. And we've been profitable every month. Yes, January was small, but still, nevertheless, that's where it is. Here's our weeks, our negativity. Notice that we did lose. We lost $30,000 in this week here, this second to the last week, but that was due to one day we had a $65,000 loss, which will probably never be repeated. It was because of two bad tweets in one day by the Department of Energy. I won't get into that right now. And this is a chart that shows you our winnings, how they've been going, and here's the weekly. So here's the chart of the performance, and then here's the weeklies right here. All right. So here are the trades. This is in the $30,000 account. And here they are by P&L. Here they are in the big account. And you can go back and look at these go watch the Sunday video. You can see all that information. All right. Now, let's go back and we're going to look back at this in real time. Look at that, up 16 grand. Yippee. Okay. Here we are over here. Let's take a quick look-see and see where our little SPX is right now, because this is what we're going to be following. Let's clear off these things, remove the drawings, remove all. We want those gone. Boom. All right. And let's make this a little more exciting, right? And let's make this a little more boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. There we go. All right, so why do we do it at 1551, somebody asked me. The reason is that on the CBOE, what happens at Chicago Board of Exchange is that at 1550, there are a lot of funds that are put in orders for market on close. That is, they want to balance out their funds. And in the CBOE, it's first in time, first in right. Retail trader goes first, and the institutional traders. So the institutions, they want to get those orders in normally around 345. They know what they're going to need to balance out their funds. They want to be balanced at the end of the day. They don't want to take any overnight risk. And the way the SPX works is the last trade is at 3:59 and 59 seconds. Fun game to play in a bar. When does the stock market close today? Everyone says 4 o'clock. It does not. The SPX, it all closes at 3:59 and 59 seconds. The SPX then stays open for another 15 minutes, but it's actually trading on tomorrow's account. So that's another little thing is, can you trade the SPX after it closes? Yes, you can, but it is tomorrow's trade, okay? So at any rate, that MOC report comes out at exactly 1550. A lot of retail traders think, oh, I know what the market's going to do the last 9 minutes. And so they go in one direction, and we typically can pick the other direction, or we can take both sides. And they are willing to overpay for puts and calls because they don't have enough money to sell short. So what they're going to do is they're just going to buy lottery tickets. They're going to buy the longs, and we'll gladly sell. We'll sell them, right? So we'll sell the premium. They want to buy the premium. They want to buy puts and calls. We want to sell puts and calls, and we'll just overcharge them for them. And it's a great thing because they're in a panic, and they only have a couple seconds to get them. At least that's their mindset, and we take advantage of that. So, okay, I want to see Trump Day. Put down W in the chat room if you're up to date. Put down up. W if you're up today. Put WW if you're waiting for tomorrow to be up. And you smart Alex, don't put 3. I saw you yesterday with your 3 W's. I thought that was very funny. But give me a W if you're up today. If you're down today, give me 2 W's, okay? I'd just be curious to see where people are, right? I'm just curious to see where people are. Let's take a look at the chat room, see what the questions are. Good afternoon, starting soon. Maria got me a green tie. It's a green day, and we got green in the background, so I thought, why not? A little green day. Everybody and their mother told me not to trade. You know, I asked Maria. Maria used to tell me a lot, bad days and good days. And by the way, her intuition is very good. She's been beaten down by the robot and the AI and the SPX, and she looked at me and says, do what you want. You got to love that. Find a woman, a trader, a sponsor, a friend, whatever you want to call it, a buddy, trading buddy, that says, I trust you, Rob. Do what you want. All right. I trust you. Do what you want. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Gotta love that. You gotta love that. I love that woman. Love her. All right. So let's see. Just over 300, Rob, on Friday. Okay. So we were at 5,400. So we're at 5,700 is where we are. Stuck in IB.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, be quiet. Sorry about that. Got those freaking things all over the house. Stuck in IB all day. I don't know what IB is. Initial balance. Stuck in initial balance. I don't know what that means. Rare, stats, money. There we go. Better trading in the afternoon for me. First time in the chat we saw that. Rob, could you add chat page when watching on catch up? Yes, I will. Steve Beck. Great. Steve, let us know if you're winning or losing today. Afternoon dive, DOB, probably means Rob. Even on 6 trades, winners. Look at that, zero sum. For every seller, there's a buyer. Exactly correct. Does the P&L reflect commissions? It does. It has commissions, fees, and slippage in it. And look at that. Look at that big market move we've got right there. How about that, huh? How about that? And that's kind of odd at 345. I don't know if there's news out there or what. I'm just checking our numbers. We're still up 16 grand in the big account, something like that. Does the bot ever have a fat finger vent? It does not. It does not. The user does. All right. P-back. Problem exists between keyboard and chair and keyboard. That's me. I'm not sure how I'm saying it. P-back. Is that problem exists between keyboard? No, between chair and key. I don't know how that works. Keyboard and chair, I believe. P-back. So hello all, not even, 50 cents lottery. People, thumbs up, please. 63 watching, only 7 thumbs up. Yeah, normally you get 10%. So look at all those W's. How about that? Monkey C, Evergreen, Lovanzo, M. Robber, Mano Juji, Fisher, Wisher, Mario Samurai, Risk Averse King, Tool Lake Jake, Gudo, Jeff Hart, Steve Beck, all winners. Can you tell us how you backtest the EMAs using Options Omega? Sure. There's, first of all, if you're a member of Options Omega, and if you're not, you can get 50% off. The coupons listed in every single video. They give me $15 for every person that uses it to sign up. And I use that to buy treats for my poodle, Maria's poodle, Barbie, or toys. And if we get more than $150 in a week, which happens quite often, then we donate that to the Humane Society to help dogs and cats. So if you want to save dogs and cats and help Barbie out, then please buy with our Options Omega coupon. We have Options Omega, Tasty Trade coupon too. They give you 4%. So if you put in 100 grand, you get 400 grand. You put in 10 grand, you get $400. I mean, still, it's real money. What can I tell you? Do you have a completely separate computer for your back test since it's so large? No, I use 3 computers now for it. And then I got 2 more people that are helping me. And it used to take 22 hours. I think it took us about 11 hours this week. But we're going from 25 to 35 tests next weekend. And then the weekend after that, we're going to 50 tests. So it may take us longer, but we're getting more equipment. Jerry Mariocci got a W. Good for you. VM Murthy, a W. Great. Speaking up for J-Bro from the Discord to remind you to show the trade LOF for the $30,000 account. Show the trade LOF for the $30,000. Okay. W. First hour, Rob, IB, WW, I see Albacore, Dave, Man, Monkey C, Monkey Do, Malachi, and Time Decay all getting W's. Okay. WM Ober, I do remember J-Bro asked me something in the Discord about the $30,000 account. So let's see if I can. I'm not sure that I can do that, but I might be able to. So let's go over here. This is set up for the $1 million account. Let's go to the $30,000 account. And we wanted to show what kind of trade. Let's just look at a regular old. So a regular old, let's just say here's the 1551 put credit spread. So here it is. This is the setup on how you do it. And that would be for the put. And then here it is. They can stop these and go back. What did I say? 1551. 1551. And here it is for the call. Let me see if I can find the call. This is for the small account. Now I got to make sure I get out of this. So this is for the small. I got it because of the thing. I did a poor job. Ask me again tomorrow and I'll do a better job. More importantly, go to that video. Here, look. See that? Oh, no, not. Dang it. You have to wait for it to roll around. Let's see if I can get it to. Let's see here. Just a second. Look at these goofy things. There it is. If you look for a video that looks like this, and it will show you exactly how to do it for the $30,000 account. It's a video is like 40 minutes long, but each chapter is in there as about 5-6 minutes. And there's a chapter that goes exactly onto those multiple entry iron condors and for the exponential moving averages. It shows you both of them in excruciatingly boring detail. All right, we are ready to go. I got to end this thing. Are you ready to go? I need to finish. I need to close the poll. I need to close the poll in 3, 2, 1. And there we are. The poll is finished. And now we're going to go to real time. And here we are. Let's watch this. Okay, shoot. Tasty Trade. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do is you're going to watch this. It's going to happen at 3:50. So we've got 20 seconds. Let me get some iced tea with apple cider vinegar in it and lemon and artificial sweetener. Now, remember, we're supposed to be robot traders. For the next 9 minutes, I get to be emotional. Okay, look at this thing scalp to the top. I don't like that. I like it to be right down the pipe. I got to make sure I get out of this strategy. I need to be strategies. I got to go to $1 million account challenge and 1551. There we go. Okay, here we are. And boom, there it is. All right, there it is. Here it comes. Here's the market on close data. What's going to happen is I'm going to put this in. What did we decide to do? Both of them? Both of them, of course. All right. So what I'm going to do is you're going to see them come up here, and you're going to see all of a sudden the orders come in, right? I'm going to do 2 orders, 3 lots each. The first one will be the call credit spread, and then the last one will be the put credit spread, right? I want to get the call credit spread in first because the market's going down. So here we go. 20 seconds to go. Get ready. All right. And yes, that I do have videos on exactly how I trade, and you can see that in that 5-part series. Here we go. In 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go on the call credit, on the call side. Boom. Now you're going to see those come in. There they are. Oh, and we get a fill. And look, we got a fill right away. Hey, yikes, I got to get over on the put side quick. Let's see here. 1551. I need to get onto the, what would I do already? I did the put side and the call side, so I need to do the puts. And here we're going to go rocket in, and boom, here they come. There it is. Look at that. Oh, yeah. We asked for 175. Tasty got us filled at $215. Okay. So on the put side, we wanted to stay above 66.10. 66.10 is the game. We wanted to stay above 66.10. Well, that's not too good. We're already low. And then let's see what we want here on the other side. We wanted to stay above. I got it backwards. We wanted to stay under 66.10 for the call side, and we wanted to stay above 66.10 for the put side. So what we want to do is have this baby sit exactly at 66.10. That's going to be tough to do. Now, having taken a look at this, if you guys can see it, someone tell me what happens if it hits. Let's see, how's that going to work? We want it to be, we're a little bit skewed to the put side, right? We make a little bit more money. So if we had our druthers, we'd rather have it finish above 66.10. Boy, this is when it gets complicated, huh? This is when it gets complicated. Can you share on the back test so we can see in the details? Yes, in that video, all the details are in there. All the back tests are shared. If you go into Option Omega, and you can just ask in the Discord where all the back tests are. And I literally have 1,000 of them in there. So it's really easy. You can see exactly what they are. It's really easy to copy them. 1,095. So we got a straddle, or some people would say iron fly maybe even. So, but basically it's a straddle. So, okay. So we're getting 615 on the put side if it stays over, right? We want to stay over 6, and then we will make 150 or 450 on that side, but we'd lose on the other side. So, you know what? We'll let the mathematicians figure it out. All I know is we want to pin this, and if we have our druthers, we get paid more if it stays under or over. We get paid more if it stays over, right? Because we sold a short put. So we want it to be over the blue line. We get paid a little bit more if it finished over. Perfect is if it sells right there, but if it goes over, that's fine. I think that's right. There is no such thing as the iron fly. I have back tested 1 million tests, and I tell you what, you back test it and send it to me. There is no such thing as the iron fly. There's no such thing as Spanish fly. There is such thing as a horse fly and a house fly. Those I've seen, but I've never seen an elephant fly. If you're a fan of that kind of music, our call break even 612.15. Oh, no kidding! How in the world did you figure that out? You got that private school math there, time decay. That's awesome. 612.15. Okay. Well, it looks like we're under. What amount of time that we got? I like it better when we just do one of them, when you just root for it to be over or under the blue line. When it's right on the number, it's pretty tough. I mean, you're never going to pin it, and that's just never going to happen. But it is still pretty good. It still looks kind of fun. All right, let's get this thing in the barn here. First of all, while we're out here, let's take a look and see where we are in real time. These are the trades that I did, right? So here's where we are. What are we up about? 16 grand, almost, 16 grand right on the number there today, which is a great day. And I think our best winning day is 51,000. That was Friday. And our worst losing day was 65,000. And that was due to a tweet by a kid in the Department of Energy that drove the market up 500 points in 1 minute. And then 4 hours later drove it down when it turns out his tweet was false. And so that was bad. So there, we just got punched out to we got punched out to the downside. So now we just want it to stay down. We don't want it to go above anymore. We want it to stay down here. So what did we lose on that one? On that one, we got punched out at 440 on the put side. So we got 215. And so we lost $2.25. So we lost $675. And the most we can win here is 450. So we're going to lose money today. Hopefully not much, but we're going to lose something here. We're going to lose something. So because what you do is you take the 440, you minus out the 215 because that's the credit we got. And so that's what we had to pay to get out. And we lost under $2. Somebody do the math for me. Who's doing the math? Somebody's got to do the math for me. We lost $1. $1 would be $3.15. $2 would be $4.15. So we lost $2.25. So we lost $6.75. And so the most we can win is $4.50. So $6.75 minus $4.50 is going to be $2.25. So the best we can do is down $2.25. Fine. That's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. We know we're going to lose 40% of the time, 43% of the time, right? And that's what happens. We just don't like to get the old double stop. That's the bad one. Now, when I backtest 7 million tests on a weekend, 1551 did not come up in the top 200. I don't even think it came up in the top 100,000, which is weird because about 4 to 6 weeks ago, it was one of the top, if not the top trade of the week. So it does vary, as many of you that have been with me know, that basically what you have is a herd of people that are selling premium just like us, and they're over here. And when they're over here, we just want to sell premium over here. So they're over here selling for $1 because there's so many of them. But over here, there's not very many people selling them, so we can sell them for $1.25. That's the game. We just want to be overpaid for the risk. They're still getting overpaid for the risk, but they don't get paid nearly as much as we do. We really get overpaid for the risk, and that's why we want to be over here, and that's why we do so well, comparatively speaking, to other people in the market. Let's see. Small account doesn't seem to be doing as well as the large account. No, it doesn't. And the reason is because the small account is a 50 wide wing, and that's very expensive. So let's say that on this one, you got $2.15, but I did a 150 wide wing. So that only cost me a nickel. So I probably really got $2.20 and I had to pay 5 cents for the long. If you'd done a 50 wide wing, you probably would have got paid $2.15 credit, but you probably would have had to pay 50 or 75 cents for the wing. So you're going to get less revenue on that. And that's why it's not nearly as good, right? That's why the whole system is set up for people that have more money. The more money you have, the wider the wings you can do, and the greater mathematical advantage you're going to have. Having said that, it's not that terrible, right? So here, if you think about it, it might even actually, it's pretty close. I mean, it won $16,000 on 30, right? So that's over 50%. And this one won 575 on a million. So it's at 57%. It's close. It's actually pretty close. It's closer than I would have thought, quite frankly. So here we are today. It looks like it's going to make about $400. And where are we here? On this one is about 16-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood, right? So let's take a look at our trading screen. Oh no. This is the parade of horribles. We got 1 minute and 15 seconds. Are you kidding me? 75 seconds to go. Let's see if we can get this thing underneath. Stay underneath, you dirty dog. I do not want to get the old double punch out. Stay down there. No. 60 seconds to go. 60 seconds. We're right. Oh, no. We're going to get the double whammy. We need this thing to come back down. Oh, no. Look at that. Look at that number on close. That is not good. That is not good. We're probably going to get punched out here in just a second. I'm guessing. Let's take a quick look. You can see here's our order right here. And if it goes to 290, we get punched out. Ooh, yes. Oh, yeah. It's coming back. Oh, come down. Down. 30 seconds to go. 29. All right. Come on down. 27 seconds. It's under. Are you kidding me? Come on down. Are you kidding me? 19 seconds to go. Stay down. Stay down, you dirty dog. Stay down there, you freaking dirt. Oh, no. No, 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 no. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We need a miracle. 2. Oh, there it is. We get the final print. Look. Oh, no. Look at that final print. Those dirty dogs really pushed it up there, huh? Look at that. Now, we didn't lose the whole kit and the caboodle because it didn't get punched out, right? We didn't get punched out, or did we get punched out? Oh, look at that. When did we get punched out? That's the put side. Did the call side get punched out too? Oh, let's look at these. So the call side got punched out at 355. The put side never got punched out. No, okay. The put side got punched out. The call side never got punched out. The call side never got punched out. Okay, so that's great. It could have gone to $2.90. And where did it close? It closed at $1.98, $2. So it was $90 times 3, even better than we were. It's not going to be too bad. We ended up being okay because it didn't go all the way for a total loss, right? It had to go to $2.90 would have been our punch out, right? So we got let's just see. We got $150 times 3, and we had to pay $11.98, $1.98. So we lost on those $48 times 3. So we lost 48 times 3, and we lost $225 times 3. So what is that? 273 times 3? Am I doing the math right? I don't know if I'm doing the math right or not. I may not. It might be 373. Somebody do the math on me. I'm not exactly sure, but it was a loss. Yeah, not a total loss time decay, but it was bad. Total loss would have been that it went all the way up to 420, and we got punched out at 4. Excuse me, that's the put side. On the call side, it would have been that it went to 66.10 plus 290, which would have been 66.1290, and it did not get up to 66.1290. It got up to 60.1199. So it's a little bit better than a total loss. All right, so let's look at where we are in real time. Somebody figure this out. I'm going to say it's around 15 grand today, something like that. Not too shabby. And I'm going to say that in the small account, what do we do? We won. What is that? 200 and something? Somebody do the math here. Somebody do the math for me. I'm not 100% sure where we are. If we get the math done, I will do that and post it. 25,000? Really? No. 25,000? Really? I thought it was... This is why they don't let me do math in my head, right? 25,000, not 16,000. Well, that's great. Yeah, you're right. 25,000. I'll take 25 grand. That's a great day. Your math is really off today. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. And in the small account, 373. Did anybody figure out what happened here at Tasty Trade on these last trades? Because we lost. Look, now they just reset it, made it just a little bit worse. They made it 66.1202. So they reset it normally 3 or 4 minutes after the market. It's around $600 ish. Probably more than that. You know what? I don't know. I'll have to do the math. I have to get out my calculator and do it in just a few minutes. So let's go back to the more fun one is this. So this is great. And so 25,764 is what Mario's saying on the big one, and on the small one, 373. That's great. Tomorrow, remember, if you're feeling stupid after your avoidable losses, or if you're chasing the thing, if you're breaking your own rules, if you do not understand the risks, just come on here and let's talk about it. I'd be happy to go over anything for you. I will try and get a video out, probably not till the weekend, on exactly how to do those trades. But in the meantime, take a look at that stuff up here when you see it come through. Let's see here. There it is. Look for something that looks like this. And these are the ones, right? These are the ones that are helpful, that are going to help you figure out what to trade. There they are right there. Those are the ones that give you all the details. All right. Thank you very much. This has been Rob Helmick doing AI trading with our 0dte SPX robot. Today we made $25,000, and I think that's going to put us right around 600 grand. I think that's going to put us right about 300 grand. Remember, I gave AI $1 million about 123 trading days ago, and the P&L just keeps going up over and over and over again. Thank you guys very much. I love the poll. I never asked for anything in payment. If you could just go into the comments and say W or AI or robot. If you go to any of our 3, a lot of you have been going into 3 of our other videos and saying robot or winner or thank you or something like that. And that really helps us with the what do you call YouTube algorithm. But that's the only thing we're asking for. Likes, of course, and subscribes are great, but it loves it if there's communication, and I will respond directly to you. Thanks a lot, and you have a great trading day in 3, 2, 1. We're out.